Beneath the calm surface of America's ancient rivers, something vast has always stirred. A creature older than memory, older than humanity itself. Some say it sleeps beneath the currents. Others whisper that it never sleeps at all. The tribes called it by many names: Uktena, Ungtehai, Mishipeshu, but across all nations, it was feared as the Horned Serpent, guardian of the deep. Tonight, we dive into the forgotten story of this being, a spirit of creation, destruction, and eternal balance. This is not just a myth. This is the heartbeat of the land itself. For the Cherokee, the serpent was known as Uktena, a monstrous snake as thick as a tree, crowned with glittering horns, and a crystal known as the Ulunsuti embedded in its forehead. They said that whoever possessed the Ulunsuti would gain power over all life. But no human who faced Uktena ever lived to tell the tale. The Sioux spoke of Unctehi, who shaped the rivers with its coils and guarded the gateways to the spirit world beneath the water. And in the Great Lakes region, the Ojibwe and Algonquin tribes told of Mishipeshu, the underwater panther, half cat, half serpent, the roaring force behind floods and whirlpools. These names were not separate creatures. They were faces of the same presence, the Horned Serpent that lived in every river and every storm. To the people of the First Nations, the Horned Serpent was not a monster. It was a teacher. It represented power, knowledge, and the sacred balance of the natural world. The serpent's horns symbolized divine wisdom, reaching upward toward the sky, while its body remained bound to the earth and water. It was said to test the hearts of warriors, granting visions to the pure and madness to the prideful. To see the serpent in a dream was to be chosen, but to meet it in the flesh was a warning from the spirits themselves. Across many tribes, there is one story that echoes louder than the rest: the eternal war between the Thunderbird, ruler of the skies, and the Horned Serpent, master of the deep. When lightning strikes a lake, the people say the Thunderbird has thrown his spear at his ancient enemy. One controls the storms above, the other commands the floods below. Their endless conflict is not of hate, but of balance: thunder and water, air and earth, chaos and calm. Without the serpent, the skies would rage uncontrolled. Without the Thunderbird, the waters would consume the land. Together, they form the eternal heartbeat of the world. When settlers crossed into the wild rivers of America, they began to hear stories from the native tribes, and soon they saw strange things themselves. In 1818, hunters in Missouri spoke of a creature as long as a canoe gliding beneath the river, its horns breaking the surface like ivory blades. In Wisconsin, loggers claimed to see a great serpent twisting beneath frozen ice, glowing faintly in moonlight. Were these hallucinations? Or fleeting glimpses of something ancient that still moves beneath our waters? Even newspapers of the 19th century mention water demons and horned snakes. The deeper people searched, the more they realized that every legend began the same way, with fear and respect. To many indigenous shamans, the Horned Serpent was not meant to be seen. It was meant to be understood. Its ability to shed its skin represented rebirth and spiritual transformation. Its horns were the crown of enlightenment, proof that wisdom could rise even from the depths. They said the serpent guards the doorway between this world and the next, protecting sacred waters from human greed. Every ripple, every storm, every whisper of thunder over still lakes was its voice. In dreams, it appeared to chosen healers, offering guidance or warning, depending on the purity of their heart. Even now, in the age of satellites and science, the Horned Serpent refuses to fade. Fishermen from the Great Lakes still speak of enormous shadows beneath their boats. In Oklahoma and Arkansas, divers have reported deep tunnels carved through solid stone, as if something massive had once moved there. Some cryptozoologists believe these legends recall a prehistoric survivor, perhaps a descendant of the mosasaur or a giant eel. Others insist it's something far older. Not a creature of flesh, but a guardian of spirit. One that watches quietly, just below the surface, waiting for the world to remember its name. In the end, the Horned Serpent is more than a story. It is a reflection of us, of our fear, our reverence, our desire to control what cannot be controlled. The rivers still carry its whisper. The storms still echo its rage. When the skies flash and the water trembles, perhaps the ancient war continues, unseen but eternal. Because legends never die, they only sleep. And somewhere in the deep, beneath the black mirror of the lake, the Horned Serpent still breathes. Thank you for joining us in the Dark Archives. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.